Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, YouTube Live proudly brings to you its Sports Talk Podcasters of the World, the swaggy one, Swaggy E, the rowdy one, Rowdy B, Air, E, and B. What's happening?
Oh, man, what is up? It is opening day baseball. I'm hyped. Playoffs and NBA is about to start. This is a good time of year, man. I'm happy to kind of bring the show back is this one of our first shows for this year? It feels like almost. It's been that long, man.
Now you're forgetting the Super Bowl one, Mike.
Oh, we forgot about the Super Bowl one. Okay, man. This is the first one in a long time, then.
And you know what, though? Who was the winner of that Super Bowl? What happened there? What happened there? What happened there, Swaggy?
Ah, boy, the Pats did it again, huh? It's amazing, man.
I told you they were going to come out with the game plan. They were going to get it popping. Who are we talking about? We are talking about the Pats, man. Yeah. I told you. He was too young. He was going to go to school. I told you. But I told you. I called it. I knew it.
You did.
I knew it. But let's get to let me open up the chat for when these lunatics get on. It start talking craziness.
Man, love them.
I'm on roids. What was the crazy one last time? I forgot.
I don't.
It was something like really. It was like LeBron, like John Starks is better than LeBron, or some craziness like that.
That's a total troll name right there. That's somebody looking for attention right there. So
yeah,
I don't pay them no mind.
Unbelievable. So they haven't gotten on yet. I guess people are busy right now. But once the lunatics get on, but let's go straight into it because we do this for the rebroadcast anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So Mets opening day. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think the Yankees played too, right?
They did, man, and of course they handled their business. They won like winners do. I thought it was a very strong showing. I look at it and I'm like, you know what, this is a good start for the season. You know, a lot of home runs, a lot of hits. Voit had a 3-1 home run in the first inning to kind of start it off. Masahiro Tanaka got his first opening day win in about 3 years. So I was happy with the performance today, man. We beat the Orioles 7-2 at a great home opener, about 99% capacity full, man. Just a beautiful scene, and I love to see good baseball be back in the Bronx.
Is there any major leaguers on the Orioles?
That's to be debated, but you got to play the team in front of you, man. We won. That's all that matters. That's what good teams do. They beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they win the games they're supposed to win. So I'm looking at the Yankees, and I'm sure we're going to probably go through predictions of games, how many are going to win this year. But I'm going to say they're going to be in line with what they had last year, and I'm thinking the Yankees are definitely on pace to win. I'll say 105 games this year.
Ooh,
crazy, but
true.
True.
What was it last year? 102 or something?
102, I believe it was. Yeah. So okay, I'm just talking about a few games over. I'm not talking anything crazy.
Exactly. And you have better pitching this year, so why not? And
exactly.
And your bullpen solid, so absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
So speaking of winners, this is from the 86 championship team, the last one that we had. But before you make—
You're 2 years old, right? I remember that when that happened, right?
But before you make your comment, okay, we did go to the World Series in the most recent time between the two teams. Is that correct? Sure. All right. When was the last time you were in the World Series? The Yankees?
2009, but we won that one.
Okay, so 2015 for us. All right, okay. All right, so I want you to guess. This is from the 86 team. I want you to guess who it is.
I'm going to say Strawberry.
Very close, so obviously you know that the answer is Gooden.
I mean, who else would have been? Keith Hernandez, maybe, but yeah, that's
Hernandez.
That was a great squad. That was a great New York squad, man. They really represented New York really well. I have to agree to that.
There had to be a second spitter.
Yeah. They did a lot of partying back there in the 80s then too, man. That was the only thing that broke that team up,
I yelled, "I'm hit." You ever watch Seinfeld, man?
Oh, yes, I did, sir. Yes, I do.
So you know the episode in question.
Yes. Yes.
That is one magic loogie.
Yes. Yes, man.
Oh man.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, this is
all right. So it's Doc Gooden. Now you are rocking your let's get it here.
let's get this all in. Judge standing making the Bronx great again. This is from last year. This is
gosh.
show the fans this, man. I got to get the new T-shirt that they got going on, that Bronx Yard Work shirt that they've been promoting pretty hard, man, because they're gonna be
what
yard all year. Bronx Yard Work. You heard it here first.
What the heck is that?
They're gonna be hitting balls all over the park, man. So they're just working the yard. That's all it is.
I'd say that you guys, the Yankees led the league. Led the league, had the most home runs in the season all time last year. You got to be happy about that, even though they didn't win anything. But you know what, though? What they did is they went out and they realized their problem. Okay, they realized that their problem was hitting. Now, was pitching and hitters that get on base,
situational hitters.
A la 96, man. A la 98.
Yeah.
I saw a stat that and I gotta look it up again. Of course, it's easy to look up, but let me just go off of memory. And nobody on that team hit more than 25 home runs in 1998 when you guys had the 125 wins overall. But I think for the season, 114? 112?
I think it was 114 or 115. It was up there, man. That was a great team. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And isn't that amazing? And that's because so many different players just hit home runs. You know what I mean? You had Brocious, who I think was hitting, 8 or 9. Was he 7
or 8? Yeah, something like that.
I thought he was 8. He had 17 home runs, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Actually, if you could pull up the home runs of that year,
okay.
As I want to get into today, I'd say, what was the biggest question mark going into this season for you guys? It was Bird and Voit, that whole situation, and. Now, I mean, is it pretty much, I'll tell you, I was listening earlier and I also had if you're with T-Mobile, they have the T-Mobile Tuesdays thing. And it seems like every single year they give you a free season on the MLB game day, I think it is, or whatever. Who cares? Okay. And what they do is you can watch a simulation of the game and then they tell you the play-by-play and you can listen to the audio. And I saw that Voit, and I'm sorry that there was runners on the corners, who I guess was your boys from your shirt, Stanton and Judge.
Yes, sir.
And was on the corners, and Voit was up, and I said, man, if there was any time to make a splash on the season and to your fan base and solidify your position in that rotation, that would be to get a hit right now. And forget a hit, he crushed a 3-run home run. And I said, whoa, and Bird went 0 for 3, and then I think he got struck out 3 times, if I'm correct, and then went ahead and crushed that home run. I mean, the job is lost, but now you have your answer at first base. And to get a guy who was called up and came out of nowhere, and the big thing for the Yankees that you have to love about Voit is that he hit in the postseason.
Yeah.
Okay, so the moment's not too big for that guy. And what did he have? He had 20 home runs last year.
I believe he did. And I want to just talk about him briefly. I think this is something that the Yankees have done really well, where they've kind of taken guys that have fallen off with their respective ball club. For instance, I look at a Didi Gregorius. That was a guy that the Arizona Diamondbacks were kind of not looking forward to keep on their roster. And the Yankees were like, we see the upside in him. And now he's our starting shortstop. Obviously injured right now, but he's our starting shortstop, hitting very well, playing a great defensive shortstop position. And I just look at it. He's just one of several guys that we have in our team that our scouting and analytics department are looking at. And they're saying, you know what, we see the value in this guy and we're willing to take a chance on him. Voit is one of them. Didi Gregorius is another guy. And, it's the other player that I'm thinking about. I'm losing right now, but it will definitely come back to me. But, it's important not only to draft well, but to dust guys off that other teams don't see the potential in. And so, Voit is going to be a huge, huge major piece of our team when we make it to the postseason.
Yeah, you can see that today, and that fills up. You got first bases, boom, that's it. Yeah. That's unbelievable to get a guy like that. And now, any other question marks in the lineup you got?
I still have some question marks, and after I talk about those question marks, I do have the 98 lineup in terms of their home runs. I still don't think the starting pitching is as strong as it needs to be. I would have definitely liked to have been. I would have definitely liked to have been in the Patrick Corbin sweepstakes. I don't know what the Yankees are doing in terms of holding out and not wanting to pay certain guys. I'm glad that they did not take the move and decide to pick up Bryce Harper. I'm glad they did not pick up Manny Machado, because I don't want a $300 million positional player. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I like Stanton, but I'm not even sure if he is the difference maker for what this team is going to do. I will say he's going to have a better season this year because he's had the opportunity to see the AL pitchers and the catchers and everything else for the second time around. He's going to be able to make the adjustment. He's going to make the adjustment. I think he's going to play very well this year. But again, when I think about playoff baseball, it's not about how many home runs and how many what your slugging percentage is. It's, can you get on base? Are you striking out a lot? Are you able to just get the ball in play to move the next man up? And I think that's the important part of playoff baseball that a lot of Yankees fans and sometimes the teams don't stay true to, because at the end of the day, you're going to be going against the best pitchers. You're going to be going against situational pitchers where the teams are looking to bring in their best starters because they understand that this might be the last game that we're going to play. And so they have to put their aces out there. So playoff baseball is totally different from regular season baseball.
Absolutely. And that's where pitching comes into play big time. And I just don't see it with you guys, man. I understand Tanaka's your ace. If he's healthy and he's on, he is a big game player. The problem is he's not. And when he gets hit bad. Yeah. Now you go down. Okay, I understand CC's number 5. Mm-hmm. You're looking to get 5 innings out of him. Now, who else are you confident in the starting rotation?
It's a great question, man. I think CC is a player that, he's not going to give you a full 8 innings, but, if he gives you 5-6 strong innings, I think that's somebody that, he's going to play really well this year, right? I look at it.
What makes you think that, though?
Because he has the experience. He's played in those positions. If he stays healthy, which he has been able to do the last few years, he's pitched pretty well. I look at a guy like Paxton, who he picked up from the Mariners this year. And I think, that's a guy that's going to pitch pretty good in big game situations, man. So at Severino, I think, again, I've been reading stories about how he's improving his diet, how he's looking to kind of change. He can't do the hurt? He's hurt right now. Okay. But I think he was realizing that he was breaking down towards the end of the season because of his poor diet. So he's not doing any more of the platanos and the rice and beans and the mofongo. He's eating the good quality stuff.
There's nothing wrong with platanos.
There is nothing wrong with it. But again, if you're having it daily, you're having it the way that they're probably making it, which is fried. It's fried. It's all fried food.
No, stop. What is no? Dude, pan fried. Come on now. It's not coated and dipped in,
It's all the same, brother.
No, it's not. It's not the same as chicken fingers. You don't know. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. If you do grilled chicken on the pan with some olive oil, that is not the same as coating it with breadcrumbs and I was going to say powder and flour.
I would agree. I agree to a certain extent.
It's not an argument.
Listen. We can argue about the nutritional value of platanos, but he's telling you that his diet wasn't conducive to what he needed to be in order to be a big league pitcher. And I appreciate that, to kind of look within and say, you know what, I need to change my diet. I
just wanted to have a food fight. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, I see that.
What is his nationality?
He's Dominican.
Okay, so yeah, he's
having that every day, twice a day.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having it every day. Listen, you're Jamaican. what is wrong with plantains every day? But the thing is, the way how Jamaicans cook it, it's just what I said. You're slicing it, in half, and you're putting it on the pan with some coconut oil or some olive oil or what have you, and you're cooking it like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are actually healthy fats that even help you digest the food. But the thing is, because I have a lot of experience with this, but I'm not Dominican, but Dominican platanos, they get it popping. It's what you're saying. They do deep fry. There's you know what I mean? It's also accompanying with that fried bologna. That which is a staple. He's having a Dominican breakfast, which is not that healthy. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's not having the way I would have it, where I have plantains with, scrambled eggs, like that. He's dipping it in chocolate. You know what I'm saying? he's getting it in. So, okay, I understand. So Severino. All right. So Severino, when he comes back, okay. CC, I think he needs to get back on the Hennessy. That's what I personally think. I think he needs to get back on that.
I love CC, man. I'm a big fan of his. Again, I'm glad he came back for one more year, but I think this is honestly going to be his last year, and I think he said it as much. It's going to be his last year, and he's been a very solid pitcher, man, for us. And so I look at it. Again with the relief pitching that we have, with the starting pitching. We've addressed kind of picking up some guys that I think the Tulowitzki pickup to me is low risk, high reward.
Yep.
You think about it, it's like, I mean, if once Didi comes back, he's going to be pretty much just starting shortstop. But even when that's the case, I mean, think about having Tulowitzki come off your bench and being your spot bench player, utility player. You look at a guy like DJ, who they picked up from Colorado. I thought that second base pickup it's amazing. That
was amazing. That was great. And once again, he's hovering around the 300 mark if he's not already a 300 hitter. Yeah. LeMay, DJ is when you guys picked up DJ, I was like, ooh, man. Yeah. I thought he was the second best second baseman out there, behind Cano. So, right. And once we got Cano, which we'll get to in a second, once we got my boy Robbie, okay. It's funny, like 10 years ago, I was hating him.
I mean, when he puts the jersey on, man, it's different. The allegiance has changed,
Oh man, I know. Yeah. But yeah, LeMay was big for you guys. But what hurt CC is that the guy had 200 innings, in so many consecutive years. I mean, he was an innings eater plus a legit ace. I mean, the guy's a Hall of Famer, period. And if you guys didn't get him in 2009, you would have had a 19-year drought. Yeah. Even though Burnett finally pitched a game for you guys.
Yeah, man. But going back to that '98 team, man, I'm looking at the numbers and it's pretty impressive. Like you said, a lot of solid home runs. This is pre-roids, I guess. So Tino Martinez was actually our highest home run hitter at that year, 28. Paul O'Neill had 24 home runs. Tino Martinez had 28.
I think Bernie had the most with 25, but go ahead.
Bernie had 26. He was actually
all right. Go ahead.
You were close.
Go ahead. Wait. Who had more than Bernie? Go ahead.
Tino had more than Bernie.
What do you have? 28?
28, yeah.
Go ahead.
Derek Jeter that year had 19.
What?
Chad Curtis that year had 10. Chad Curtis was huge for us that year.
He was the 9th hitter, I think.
Yep. Scott Brocious had 19. So you look at it, and it's a solid amount of guys just being able to hit.
Check the bench, because you guys the bench.
Chuck Knobloch had 17.
Oh, that's the guy I was thinking of, not Brocious. Knobloch. You got a guy with 17 off the bench. What did Straw have?
Straw had 24 that year.
What?
Yeah. Yes, he did. And Shane Spencer, again, who another player was super solid for us. That's 10 home runs he had that year. So you can't poo-poo those numbers, man. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking.
What did Chili Davis have?
15? Chili Davis only had about 3 home runs that year.
Oh, so he must have came really late.
Mm-hmm.
And then well, Tim Raines is not a home run hitter, but does it say his average though? That year?
Tim Raines was hitting. I say, it doesn't have. I'm not able to get.
Forget. I just thought it was just interesting because that was the end of his career, and he was probably still hitting 312.
Yeah, he's a great great average hitter, man. Like it's just amazing, absolutely.
Yeah, and these are you guys, damn bench players.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
Wow, Strawberry had 24. Wow.
He was such a great player, man. And, I don't want to get too much into his personal history, but it's all known, he was that the partying probably took away a lot of his career.
Hey, he was a saint.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, that 86 Mets team in the parking lot hanging out after games, Him
and Doc Gooden were saints, okay?
Him, Gooden, Hernandez, David Cone, all in the parking lot after the games.
Hey. Yo, we forgetting my boy at second. Was he second? God damn, he just got popped again by the cops.
Oh, Lenny Dykstra.
He was second base, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra playing out there, man.
He's struggling right now, man. He's struggling.
Yeah, you got to read some stuff from his book. He's crazy, man.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah,
he had a book a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. All right, so you're saying now. What about now? Had Hap left you guys?
You know what? Yeah, Hap is there. I think he's going to be a third, fourth pitcher. Maybe I'm not too sure.
Oh, so he is still there. Okay,
he's still there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then who's your number two?
So I'm guessing number two is going to be Paxton. Paxton when he's healthy, right? So, so Tanaka, Paxton, Hap.
We said, and you got
Severino.
So Hap might be third. Well, Sevy is injured, and then I'm saying Sevy like it's my team. And then you guys got Britton back in the bullpen, right?
We do. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten Robertson back, but I think they just didn't want to pay him. I look at it again. The relief pitching is going to be on point, and they understand how the game is being pitched. Can you get your starter pitcher to the sixth inning, and you just bring these guys in that kind of just finish up and wrap up the game? And they're doing it the right way, man. It's Yankee baseball at its finest, man. Hopefully, we end the year with a championship. So I want to talk about your Mets, though, man. I want to hear about their one win today.
And gosh, don't give me a heart attack. I'll say this though, the shirt that you're wearing, okay, as I flip to you, the shirt, this guy, the shirt that you're wearing, I am rooting for those two guys all year. You want to know why?
Are you playing fantasy baseball, my man?
Better.
Okay.
Home run derby pool.
Excuse me. Okay.
Big dog.
Okay.
Big dog HR pool dog.
Okay. I like the sound of that. Right. I've never heard that before.
Oh, man. All right. Okay. So we got I may be able to remember by heart, but I got Stanton, Judge. So I got your two boys. So I'm rooting for them all year. I hope they hit 1 million home runs, but you guys lose. That's my plan.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for, right? So Stanton, Judge, Votto. Who else I got? I got Votto. I got Joey Votto, Daniel Murphy. Why am I forgetting? Chris Bryant, Bryce Harper. And one other. I don't know why I'm forgetting, but it's another. Oh gosh. He had 16 home runs. David Dahl.
Okay.
From Colorado.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. So the point of it is this. So what you want to do is you have 7 players, 153 home runs that can't go over 153. Okay. So you want to get guys that are going to give you a lot of a lot of punch. They're going to give you a lot of value, right? So, but the cutoff is 11 home runs. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Cano because Cano had 10 last year. He had 10 home runs, 50 RBIs in 80 games. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get him. But Murphy had 12. Votto had 12. Dahl had 16. Harper had 34, I believe. Stanton had 38. Judge had 27. So you see where it's going here. It's guys. It's guys that's going to hit over that. Now Stanton was the one where you can, but a guy hits 59 and then 39 or 38. It's 59 and then 38. You know, he might fall somewhere in between, especially on just what you mentioned, that he's going to be more happy here in New York, more adjusted. He's going to see these pitchers again. So that's why I went with Stanton. And also, you're just trying to win a month, because I'll tell you the breakdown. So it's 100 cash get in, right? Well, 100 get in.
I like that. That. How many people? How many teams? Or
oh, dude, it's probably 30, 40,000.
Wow.
I don't know if it might be up there. It's got to be up there. So, first through 5, first month, you get between 4 and 13.
Okay.
This is 100 for the whole year. 100 claps for the whole year.
Okay.
All right. All-Star break, 1 through 10, I believe. Same deal. Then you have the end of the year, okay, which is first place gets 50. Crazy, right? And 1 through 15 wins accordingly.
Okay.
So pretty
I like the sound of that, man. I like that.
You should have got in, man. You should have got in.
I should have got the invite. I don't think I did. So that's another story for another day.
Oh, I didn't invite you?
See, there we go.
You sure? I think I did. You sure?
Maybe it was the AA. I don't even know the name of the league now. AAL or whatever it's called. That's about to fold pretty soon. You know, Alliance of American Football, whatever.
Chris Conway's joint. Wow, are they doing that bad? They're gonna fold?
I mean, like, think about it. They just don't have a pipeline of talent, and I don't think they have the necessary funding in order to prop up a business like that. I mean, you're talking about going against the NFL. You're talking about not having the TV rights and having the broadcasting ability to showcase your games on a national level. Not a lot of people have CBS Sports Network, you know. I'm sorry. So if you're not showing the games on CBS, you're not showing them on.
No, I think they were on Channel 2, weren't they?
So the first game, they were. But after that, they've been on CBS Sports Network, which is if you don't have the sports package for your cable provider, you're not watching that game. And even then, there's been, 1,000 other games that have happened on that. It's just like I'd rather watch March Madness, which I'm watching right now, compared to that than watch AAL or whatever it's called. So
yeah, I don't even think I have it now that I think about it.
Exactly. So how many other people don't have it?
I thought they were on Channel 2 and Channel 4 or Channel 2 the whole time.
The first week they were. Who cares?
Yeah. They're not even worth the airtime. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I want to go back because I want to hear what is your wins prediction for your Mets? What are you thinking what are you envisioning for the season for this team?
90. We in there.
Okay.
We in there.
So, now that's probably going to just be missing the wild card spot, but I will say that that's a big improvement. That's a big improvement for the Mets.
We getting in the playoffs. What do you mean we can't get the wild card with 90 wins? What are you talking about?
Because I look at a team like the Nationals, I say, why can't they get in the playoffs over you guys?
The Nationals might win the division.
Well, you also got to remember the Phillies are in there as well too.
Phillies looking good.
Exactly. So,
looking good.
90 might make it into a play-in wild card spot, but I don't even know if that's going to really do it, honestly. So we have to talk about that. And I'm telling you, 90 is a big improvement, but you have to look at what the health of the Mets is going to be. Is Conforto going to be healthy? Is he going to hit? Is Cespedes going to be healthy? Is he going to hit? So
all right. Okay.
You see?
All right, I'm breaking it down, okay? Don't try to bring down my vibe, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, don't kill my vibe, all right? Okay, don't kill my vibe, all right? First base, we got a man. We got a man that's going to be here for the next 15 years, okay? We got Peter Alonso. What you know about that, okay?
Never heard of him.
If you don't know, now you know.
I know.
You said you never heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Guess you weren't watching preseason, but you know what? What just happened? Are you there?
I'm there. I'm here.
Yo, my screen just completely went black.
Are we having technical difficulties? I could see you and hear you clearly.
Oh, well, that's good. Hold up. Oh, that was so weird. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
We back. Yes. Peter, you really haven't heard of Peter Alonso yet?
I just heard about him like a couple of days ago. But again, I mean, who is he?
You're a Yankee purist. He was 20. He's number 20. Okay, no, first baseman. They didn't take him up last year, but he was tearing up the AAA.
Okay. You guys are what? Binghamton? Is that where you guys are?
No, it's Port.
Oh, Port St. Lucie. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Binghamton is like the below. I actually have a Binghamton Mets.
I think it's like AA, right?
I thought it was single. I don't know. I got the hat though.
That's it.
It's a cool hat because they got the little bee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bee, insect bee. It's pretty cool.
That's sick.
When I wear it, people think it's a Boston Red Sox hat because it's got the bee with a bee in it.
Okay.
Anyway, you got Peter Alonso first. All right. Second baseman, you got the future Hall of Famer, the man. Okay. Cano. All right.
Who is this?
So now we have a 300 hitter.
Okay.
All right.
An old 300 hitter.
Hey. Besides last season with the deer antler spray or whatever you got caught with, how many games does he play every year consistently?
No. He's a stud. First I love Robbie. Like he's my son, obviously, dude. Like Robinson Cano is one of my favorite players on those last Yankee teams, and they really should have re-signed him, especially the difference with just $30 million. But I love Robinson Cano. No hate.
Yeah, they screwed themselves with the my man in the outfield. Center field never plays. What the heck is his name?
Cespedes?
No, you guys signed him.
Oh, Aaron Hicks?
No, the big contract.
Oh, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Jacoby Ellsbury Jr. from the Red Sox. That's the problem. You guys paid him the 160 something, and Cano's like, well, wait a second. If this guy's 160, I'm 200.
Yeah, and he was right.
Absolutely, he was right. That's why they shouldn't have signed that. He shouldn't have signed him. Anyway, I'm so glad they did all that. And we in the building. So we got Cano, shortstop, Ahmad Rosario. Okay, he's going to start coming out this year. This is the year he shows everybody. He's got the D. He hits, but it's not consistent. He showed a lot of improvement at the end of last year. Now, we start getting dicey around third base because of the whole Todd Frazier situation. Todd Frazier, though, is a gamer, but he's injured. Okay. So at third base, we have McNeil, right? So he came up, and McNeil is he's going to hit. The guy's going to hit, and he has the job over Frazier, okay? So Frazier's moved to the bench. Also, he's injured. We'll see what happens later. The problem is Jed Lowry, that we got from the A's, that was supposed to play third, okay? That's the issue here, is that you got a guy coming off a breakout season, his best season, and he gets injured, whatever this knee injury is or whatever, but they're saying he may not come back for a while. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying on FAN earlier. So it doesn't even look like that's going to be an issue right now. And if he comes back and McNeil isn't hitting, boom, he's at third. If they didn't slide Frazier in before that and Frazier's hitting, I don't know what they do. That's a tough situation. Then we also have Dominic Smith, who came in amazing shape, and he's the backup first baseman. Now, we also have a pro at catcher now, finally, in Wilson Ramos. Okay? So, hey, because Darno is not doing the job.
I want to get back on Denard because I think that was a guy that you picked up from the Toronto Blue Jays, right? And I mean, even the Blue Jays and a lot of people were very high on this kid. For whatever reason, he just never performed the way he was supposed to. It's crazy how that happens in baseball, right?
It was sad to watch because he would have games where he's hitting home runs, he's looking good. You're like, okay, this is what we heard. You know what was so weird about him? They originally said the scouting report, this just shows you, maybe it's the Mets, I don't know. The scouting report on him was that he could field, he couldn't hit.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, or was it the reverse? That he
No, I think it was that he was. I think it's that he was an average hitter, but a really good fielder.
Okay.
And I don't even know. I don't know if he's even able to do either.
No, but then it switched. I think it switched to what you're talking about.
Okay.
And then it became. I thought it became he was a hitter and he couldn't field.
Okay.
And so, okay, you have time to work on that. And then it changed to, well, wait a second. The guy isn't hitting, so he can't field that well. So wait a second, what do you have? Yeah. So all of a sudden he's hitting home runs, but then he doesn't do anything. And then he was hurt all the time. And then it was like, Travis, I don't know, but we got Ramos. There's another 300 hitter. So, dude, and then surprisingly we signed DeGrom to the 5-year, 137.5.
About time you paid somebody. Ooh. About time you paid somebody.
What do you mean? We paid Cespedes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about people within your organization. You look at like who else? Was it Daniel Murphy that should have got paid a long time ago? You're like, he's old.
No, it wasn't that. Daniel Murphy was offered $15 million. If I'm correct, Daniel Murphy did not want to take the $15 million. He went to the Nats for 3 years
and crushed it.
Listen. He went to the Nats for 3 years, whatever it was, 35. Maybe you can look it up. 3 years, 35 million or something like that. So he took less money per year to go, but a bigger contract because he knew he'd be set. This is the thing. The Nats made out big because they knew the same thing that the Mets knew, that in 2015, that incredible streak, a home run streak that he went on in the postseason leading up to the World Series, but he didn't hit in the World Series. Mm-hmm. But still, he hit them to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
That incredible streak is not Murphy. You're talking about a guy who, if I'm correct, only had like 15 home runs in the season, and he hit like 6 and 7 games or something like that. So that it's just it's a short thing that's not going to continue. So the Mets weren't going to pay him off of 8 games. They were going to pay him on what he did prior in his career. They're going to, pay him off the type of hitter he was, and he's a bad fielder, and he was a bad base runner too. So that's why they're not going to give him, 20-something million. If I'm correct, they offered him 1 year, $15 million. That may even be high. I'm not even.
He got 3 years, $37.5 million from the Nationals.
There you go. So and if he knew that he was going to have that NL batting champ season, he would have never signed that contract with Washington. He would have knew he got more, which shows you that Murphy didn't think that it was going to continue. He just knew that he signed the contract for double the amount of money, for more than double the amount of money that he was being offered. Because what if he takes that 1 year, $15 million, and he does what he did all the previous years before? Now you're on the market with 13 home runs, for the year, and not a ton of RBIs, and you're a bad fielder and a bad base runner, and you're now looking for a contract? No, take the guaranteed several years, $37 million off of the short stint that you did in the postseason. So it was a smart move on his part and a smart move on the Nationals' part. The problem is he tore it up and it made himself look bad and his agent look bad. But it just showed he didn't even think he was going to do that. Okay. Else he's an idiot, and so is his agent, and
then his new contract that he just signed with the Rockets this year, that's 2 years, $24 million. So you're talking about $12 million a season. He's looking pretty. I mean, again, baseball players make a ton of money, but when you look
he got that because it was Colorado. That's why
I get it. And they were looking to replace DJ. So, but the point of the matter is, he's made a lot of money in the last 5 seasons.
That's why I got him on the home run pool.
There you go.
Because I know that he's most likely going to hit 20 home runs.
Absolutely.
but I got him for 12. So listen, the Rockies are making out. Okay, so we're not worrying about that. Now we have in the we re-signed Familia. We got him back, so that's great. Okay, so we have Familia, who showed that he's a very good regular season closer. That he had 2 consecutive 30 save seasons, whether it was 30 and 29, whatever it was. But in the postseason, he just seemed to, because we went to the World Series and he was not good in the World Series. And then the next year on the 1-game playoff, if I'm correct, he blew that game. Mm-hmm. So Familia showed who he was, but as a setup man with not so much pressure on him and a guy who could still give you 25 saves, 30 saves. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, you won't get that at setup, but you know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. And we have
so you're seeing a 90-win team. You're saying like you're sticking with that. That's correct. Okay.
And we have the saves leader of last year who closed the game today, looking good. We also we moved Lugo to the bullpen. Okay, we still have Gesellman, and then you also have it, starting. We have the very happy DeGrom, who had 6 shutout innings today, and he also set a major league record for 30 consecutive starts with 3 runs or less, I believe, was the stat. Yep. And you have Syndergaard. So we're in there, man. We're in there. You also have Matz, and you have Wheeler. So, dude, we are in really good shape as long as everybody's healthy. And then a bonus for the postseason would be Cespedes. But you can't expect him back any sooner than that. And you can't expect Lowry back before the All-Star break. And that's that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to check you when they're about 20 games under that mark. But, Yeah. I'm just maybe.
Why are you talking so much trash when we had the Mets had more success in recent time than you guys? I don't want to hear about Jeter. I don't want to hear about Matsui. I don't want to hear about these guys. I don't want to hear about Clemens.
Yeah.
What have you done with the squad you have now? You got knocked out by the Red Sox.
We did get knocked out by the Red Sox. We were in the postseason. Y'all were watching from the couch, just like what we're doing, talking from the couch right now. Okay. What I'm telling you guys.
When's the last time that you went as far as we did, which was the World Series?
2009.
2009. Okay.
And we won it.
10 years ago.
Won it.
Dude, Obama was president 1 year into
those were some good times. I miss those times.
Hey, I don't want to hear political affiliations on this.
Okay.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. And then when you won prior to that was George Bush's first year in office. Okay. All right.
So let's go back. Let's talk about who was in office when the Mets won. What was that?
So
Reagan? Carter?
So now what were we saying about today's game? Yeah, so we won 2-0. And your boy, who you guys stupidly never resigned, had a first bad home run.
Yeah.
An RBI in the 7th, I believe. Okay. And what else did he do? Oh, a throw at home. Somebody want to test his arm today.
I was just
somebody want to test his arm up in here.
We might want to test him and make sure he's not on the deer antler spray anymore,
All right, now hold on. This is not coming from the team who housed a lying A-Rod. Clemens, Giambi, should I continue?
I mean, listen, those are my guys. I don't love any of those guys that you're listing, but I hear you. And so I'm not going to be able to.
A-Rod wasn't your guy in 2009?
Listen, I think Yankee fans have a love-hate relationship with A-Rod. And
they do. You know why. You know what it stems from.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple of reasons. A-Rod's a hard player to stick by because he is a little he's a hard player to stick behind because he's just so guarded. He seems very not unlikable, but it's almost to a point he's like he's inauthentic. Inauthentic is the word I think about when he's just very much like for the camera. There's just
that was really good. Inauthentic. You're right.
Yes. Continue. He's inauthentic.
But not now though. Not now, but I understand as a player, you're right. But the thing is, the Yankee fans did not like him from the beginning because he was Jeter's position and he had a deal in place with the Red Sox. And if it wasn't for the players union canceling that, he would have never went there. Now, he did agree to go to third base, and he played a Gold Glove MVP third base. But it was still that rivalry. And Jeter also made it difficult for him, which on his podcast recently, by the way, A-Rod's got a good podcast. It's called oh man. It's called I was going to say The Firm, but I'm not positive.
Listen, there's nobody who's more knowledgeable about the game of baseball. He's a baseball lifer.
Well, he's not just talking that. He's got like business people on. He's very successful.
He's great at that. Have you seen him on Shark Tank?
One episode.
Okay.
One episode. But what I was trying to say is he admitted. So what happened is his good friend Francesa was on there, right? And Francesa kept it funky pretty much. And he's like, yo, your time in New York was not very pleasant here because Jeter did not make it easy for you. And he admitted that was true.
I did hear that.
Yeah, he finally admitted that. But even that, and Francesa also pointed out that he was not A-Rod's too nice of a guy because A-Rod is mainly, he shows you that true raw feelings, or he's this, what you just said, not authentic. And I also think that you guys still blame him for 2004. Knocking the ball out of the glove and Jeter having to come back to first.
Listen, man, I think it's A-Rod has been always difficult again because he seems okay. Maybe it's because he's got that pretty face, the looks, is that, and again the inauthenticity.
They're jealous of him. That's true. Go ahead.
So right. It's a combination of all those things. But he's very cold in the sense of we're not able to connect to him as a human, as a player, a guy that we want to support. And I look at, a guy like Derek Jeter, who a lot of fans, we call him, God's son, can never do anything wrong. You look at somebody who performed on the highest levels. We don't have to go through all of his moments because there's a lot of them. And I know you're going to downplay them like they're not. But the point of the matter is that he's been there at the biggest moments when he was supposed to be. He's won a lot of championships for us. He's played the way he was supposed to. You never heard anything about him in terms of off the field, on the field nonsense. And, there's just that level of respect that's there with Derek Jeter.
Wait, hold on a second. If you want to talk not authentic, how not authentic was Jeter's interviews? He never gave you anything. He had fake interviews too.
Oh, no. He is an athlete that majors in athlete speak, which means you don't give the press anything to take apart so they can criticize you and do anything. He specializes in that. He's great at that, just like Tom Brady is. He's great at that, just like how Peyton Manning is. He's one of the great people to learn how to handle a media market that's like no other. And when you talk about somebody to be able to play for almost 20 years almost in the largest media market and to perform on the level that he did, and then you never saw anything about him, oh yeah, maybe it's like he's dating this person, he's dating that person. But at the end of the day, that was it. There wasn't any other crap that was happening. And that's the important thing. He knew how to handle himself, but he also let the fans get in enough that we felt him and we knew he was our guy. That's it.
You knew that when you guys, first of all, you knew how hard he played and how all he cared about was winning. And then also when he would win, how that raw emotion from the guy. And so I definitely get what you're saying, but A-Rod never had any incidents off the field.
Listen, dude, the steroid stuff is, and whether you want to say that affected or not, the steroid stuff is part of his legacy. It is part of his legacy.
Listen, he's not gonna get in the Hall of Fame for a long time. He might be an old man. Him and J-Lo might be 20 years into their marriage before he gets in. So by the way, he's getting married to her. You know that, right?
I mean, you saw that rock on her finger, man. I wish I could get my lady something like that, man, like a little 12-carat situation,
Speaking of that, you are almost a month away. No, wait,
just past a month, a couple of days ago, man. So yeah, we're a little less than a month getting married. So
26th.
The 26th, man, out here in San Francisco. We cannot wait, sir. We cannot wait.
Dude, we got to buy these tickets for the Oakland A's, San Francisco Giants.
Yes,
okay,
yes, sir.
We got to go.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be out there.
Yes, sir.
Be out there for like 4-5 days, I think.
Yes.
Yes. What else? What else we got to do? Yo, we got to hit up maybe not you, but no, we got to hit up a vineyard, man.
Oh, we're gonna do it big out here, man. We come out here, man. I'm excited.
Are you gonna have time though, or is it?
I'm gonna try my best to make some time, man. So
yo, why doesn't ask the fiance and see if all four of us I'm going with a male friend. But how about all four of us hit up the vineyard?
So, all right. So it's, we'll talk about that offline because there's going to be a lot of moving parts and family coming in.
Okay. So but that means no. So I'll do that on my own.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then what else is there to?
I mean, we can maybe, the Warriors going to be playing. You're going to be around for Warriors.
No, they're not. No. Basketball's going to be over.
No,
it's over.
Playoff basketball is going to be starting.
Oh, dude, I can't afford that.
I didn't say we can go, but you're gonna be around to watch it with us. And
you mean a bar in the Bay?
Oh, the bars get popping, man. We love our Warriors out here, man. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we go into a bar in the Bay. I'm also gonna finally try In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, I can't wait for you to try that, man. I just had that last Friday. It is one of the best burgers from a fast food place because not only they never freeze their meat.
First time you tried it?
Oh no! I didn't say my first time. I might have that. I have that weekly sometimes, every Friday almost, man. But no, man, really? I say it's gonna be your first time. Is it gonna be your first time?
Dude, I've been to LA, but I never had an In-N-Out Burger.
Oh man, we gotta get you right, man. I had that last Friday, little doubles. Animal style fries, animal style burger, man. Just it's good.
Animal style fries.
Oh, I'm gonna put you on the game, man. I'm gonna put you on to.
I want to know now, so I can.
Secret menu.
I want you anticipation.
When you come here, before you come here, I want you to look up the In-N-Out secret menu. There's things that are not even on the menu that you can order, and literally animal style is pretty much it's like a dressing that I guess it's like a dressing and cheese thing that they do, and they put onions and it's good, man. I promise you're gonna love it. I want to say somebody was like it's like Thousand Island dressing, which is not even my thing, and I don't think it is.
How is it secret if you know about it? Like
it's a secret menu that they have. It is.
Wait, is this the thing that I heard about? Somebody sent me an article where, like, in certain areas, like McDonald's, Taco Bell, all that, like when midnight hits, it's some menu that like all of a sudden just appears. Like people say, all right, listen, give me the McChicken and the McDouble on the same burger. All right, cool.
It's not even on the menu. It'll never show up on the menu. You have to know about it, and you tell them what they want. They be like, okay, animal style, blah 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 blah, and it's there, man. Basically. They put this cheese and this onions and all this stuff on the fries itself, and it's like basically like cheese fries, man. Excellent stuff. I can't wait for you to try it.
And okay, but in terms of the pricing, it's not you're sliding under the table, right?
No. It's still a regular price burger.
Okay,
still a regular price burger, man. It's what they call the secret menu.
Boy, I'll tell you right now. I'm not going. I'm not saying I would do this. I'm saying hypothetically, if I worked at like a Taco Bell or an In-N-Out Burger, somebody comes up and says, "Hey, I want the." I heard a popular one is the double double. Right? Yo, let me get a double double. My man, listen. You can get a animal style double double, triple, quintuple on the rocks.
Wow.
You're gonna be like, what's that? I'm be like, yo, listen, you see where the ketchup packages is? And the salt and pepper packets?
Oh man.
Yo, just leave a $5 bill right there.
I love it. And listen, they got like you can do 2x2s, which are 2 patties, a bun, and another 2 patties, or you do a 4x4. I mean, there's so many things you can do at In-N-Out, man. I can't even talk about because I'm hungry right now, man. And I just you getting me?
Oh, man, I'm about to get on the red eye.
I know. Yes.
I'm about to go on Expedia.com.
Love it. Love it.
Get on there right now, man.
I love it.
I might see you at 4 a.m. your time.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Are they 20? Are they 24 hours?
They close at about 2-3 in the morning.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of stuff that's 24 hours except for McDonald's out here, man. Oh, and Jack in the Box.
Okay, so listen.
Jack in the Box is fire.
I never been to a Jack in the Box.
Oh, my brother.
But I had a coworker. All right, so I got to try that too. I had a coworker. Unfortunately, he passed away not too long ago.
Okay.
Of health-related reasons, right?
Yeah.
Very big guy.
Okay.
He would go to Jack in the Box after dinner, like steak dinners and all that. Okay, forget it. After a big dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Jack in the Box is known for these tacos.
Yes.
Okay. He would get 10 tacos with everything on it for the ride home. Right after like dinner and all that, but he would tell me that he's like, dude, you got to go to Jack in the Box. I was like, dude, I'm not making a airplane trip 3,000 miles away for some tacos. Let me tell you, it can't, you know, right? I have made road trips to other states for food, but that's like something, you know, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you do something else while you're in that state. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You make an event out of it, but. Mm-hmm. To travel to the West Coast for that's ridiculous. Now he did say there is some stuff down south or Midwest, but I'm not doing that anyway. Del Taco was another one he was talking about.
You know, I haven't been there yet, but I've heard good things about that spot too, man. But I'm telling you, Jack in the Box, never want to go.
This is what I was going to say. He said Jack in the Box had a perfect grease spot on the taco. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know
what that means. Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
I have no idea what that means. That's a fat boy move right there. I don't even know what when I pick up my fast food and I see a grease spot, that doesn't get me hyped at all. It just makes me feel sad. If anything, it's like I can't believe I'm actually doing this to myself. I will say they have egg rolls, they have burgers, they have the munchie menu, which is pretty funny. They know they are advertised to their market. They know who's coming to check out their snacks late night, if you know what I mean.
Wait, they have spring rolls and egg rolls?
Yes, they do, sir. They literally have. I'll tell you, you know, like McDonald's has like 12 or 13, you know, items. They have about. You could say I'll take a number 23. It's so overwhelming sometimes. You go there, you're not sure what you want because you're gonna be looking at the thing like. I don't know what to get because it all looks good. It is all pretty good, man. Yes, their spring rolls are really good.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, we got to get off this food, man.
Let me say this. I don't know if they still do it, but there was a Chinese restaurant in our hometown, the one called Golden Wok.
Okay, yes.
Do you remember that one?
Oh, of course I do. I love Golden Wok.
And they would always assume I'm Spanish. Like I walk in there, like amigo. Like, all right, whatever.
That's the one on Webster, right?
They moved though. They're over. They're on the main. They're by New Rock City now. They're.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. They're moving on up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Still got grease and dirt on the grass on the glass, but they're moving on up.
That's how you know it's real, though.
They had two things that were crazy though, and every time you look at the menu, you'd be like. Okay, I got to do it. Well, it's three things. One is not as uncommon. Apple sticks. I'm sure you had that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. The fried applesauce, right? Okay. They had that, but they had Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
What?
Dude, it was insane. What? It was $2.62. Yo, it was legit bomb fire.
Okay.
Mo fire. Okay.
Wow.
And they would deep fry them. Okay, and when you bit into it, it would, the steak and the cheddar cheese would just melt off of it. You couldn't do a fat boy move and bite into it too quick. Which brings me to my next thing. Dude, you know the Totino's pizza rolls?
Yes.
Okay. They would sell, I think it was 12 for $2.50. The deep fried Totino's pizza rolls. The squares, and
wow.
those you really can't swallow. Like, you know what I mean? Like you definitely can't you can't throw it in your mouth coming out of the oven.
Oh no.
Imagine deep fried, but if you let it cool and you pop those in, game time.
I love it.
Are you upset that you lived near Webster and you never knew this?
Well, I didn't know about the Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, man. Like, what?
Game time, 260. I was joking about the 262 thing, but yeah, 260.
Love it.
The other joint is 250. All right, so let's move on. So we're both happy. Yankees, Mets. Okay, everybody's happy. First game of the season, especially when you win. By the way, the Mets solidified the best opening day record in Major League history. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I don't think it matters, but I did not know that.
More hate. All right. Since we're talking about the NCAA tournament, which, neither here nor there, I mean, I can't comment on it. I just looking to see, Zion basically.
Same.
What is your opinions on Zion? And then I'm going to get to mine.
Listen, man, I think he's the real deal. He's primetime TV. My concern about him is, and this is not a concern that you need to have about him right now. When you look at him, you see the size on him. You see 285-pound man-child. I just worry about him breaking down over the course of an 82-game schedule, regular season. And then I also think about him also needing to develop a consistent jump shot, and him also needing to understand that he's going to be playing with other men as well, too. He's not going to be playing against boys. So he needs to make sure his cardio and everything else is going to be on point. He needs to develop a jump shot. But overall, I do think that he's a type of person that is going to perform very well in this league, man. He's going to be primetime box office, right? But he needs to be able to create a shot. He's going to need to be able to do some other things. I also look at him, and he's probably the closest thing that we've had to a LeBron, although different. I think about how the hype has been around him. He is what LeBron would have been. He is what LeBron would have been if he would have went to college. And I say that because you look at him. LeBron, when he came in the league, was a young man-child as well, too. He was not the same muscular stature as a Zion was, but the point of the matter was,
there you go.
He was not the same stature, but the point of the matter was, he had the same primetime box office ability that Zion does.
My dude, body type and game, to be honest with you, they couldn't be more further apart. To me, Zion is Sean May on steroids.
No, okay? I'll have a better comparison. Larry Johnson, UNLV.
No, because
look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
No, forget the numbers.
Positionless basketball player.
Positionless.
Yeah, I mean, where are you going to put him at?
You think Zion is positionless?
I think that he's strong enough that he can definitely play with the fives of this year, of this generation. He's big enough that he's definitely can be body down low as a 4. Maybe he's not going to be a 3, but he can definitely hang around for a little bit. Yeah,
he's 6'7".
I get it.
6'7".
I get it. A lot of cats are. It's Ben Simmons. Would you consider Ben Simmons? Ben
Simmons is a small forward / a point guard.
Okay, but again, that gets back to the whole position list because that would have never worked. That would have never worked back in the days.
No, we're not talking back in the day. We're talking now. Ben Simmons is probably, dude, pull up his weight. Ben Simmons is probably 215 pounds. Zion is 280. Maybe Simmons is 220. Dude, this guy is 280, 285.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Dude, look at pictures of LeBron's rookie year.
I know. I was just looking at it the other day. He was a twig.
Okay, when LeBron compared to now,
Yeah.
But he was not a twig. He was, LeBron was 6'8", 6'9", 230, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's 265. But LeBron is probably 5% body fat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Zion is probably 11, 10.
No,
okay.
He's not.
What do you think he is?
I don't know what he is.
You don't see that weight he's carrying?
I see a lot of muscle. I don't see a lot of weight.
No, he's thick.
Yeah.
He's muscular and he's thick. I'm not saying he's fat. He's not fat. Okay. When they do body fat percentage, okay? Mm-hmm. And I knew this because I played a sport that if you not played, I did a sport because you don't call it playing, mm-hmm. okay? When you wrestle, you don't play, okay? That if that body fat is not done correctly, someone can die, mm-hmm. okay? All right? Mm-hmm. Which is also why there's a mixed martial arts league that's out right now where they don't let you drop weight classes, whatever you show up. So it was the same, which was similar to me. Whatever you showed up for New York State certifications.
Oh, you don't cut. You don't cut weight.
Because kids died. No, listen, you cut weight prior to the certification. So what you would do is the day before Thanksgiving, you would already have your weight cut ridiculously. And because you're so far down in weight, whatever you show up as, that's what you're going to be, because your pee is going to be bright orange, mm-hmm. and you're going to be 4% body fat. You know what I'm saying? 5% body fat. Okay, yeah. And you're talking about a 16, 17-year-old, which isn't too far from the age of Zion. He's what, 18?
18, yep.
You got to understand that. Like if you took a picture of me or you, and you're what, 6'3"?
Yep, 6'2", 6'3", yeah. Okay.
If you took a picture of you at 18, excuse me, and you took a picture of Zion, it would look like a grown man with 4 kids, mm-hmm. and a dude who's just got out of puberty.
Yeah.
Okay. So, he's going to get bigger. He's got 3 years of growing to do. If he doesn't grow in height, he's going to grow this way. He's going to grow body structure. I'm saying he's going to get wider, thicker, heavier. So you got to understand, you have to draft him knowing he's 6'7", 185. 180. I'm sorry, 280. What do you need him to be? You need him to be the weight that LeBron was when he came in. You need him to be 6'7", 230. Do you have confidence that he will drop 50 pounds and develop a consistent three-point shot? He doesn't need the mid-range. Three-point, and the guy is a horrible free throw shooter. Mm-hmm. And he's going to get fouled a lot because he's going to get to the hole. Okay, so you're drafting a guy who is you said highlight reel. I don't want to draft a highlight reel. I don't want a 2007 Blake Griffin, a 2009 Blake Griffin. I don't want that. I want the Blake Griffin we have now. Mm-hmm. Mid-range.
Yep.
3-point. That's what I want. I don't care. 2 points. Oh, I'm not done. 2 points is 2 points. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you are drafting, and 3 points is even better. So you are drafting him hoping that he ups his free throw percentage to 80. He becomes a 3-point shooter, which he's not. He's an absolute turnover machine. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you understand that was the main difference. LeBron was never a turnover machine. Okay, and LeBron had a tremendous amount of points, rebounds, and assists in high school. Mm-hmm. Still high school, but he wasn't a turnover machine. You have to hope that the guy develops a 3-point shot, develops a decent manageable 3-point percentage, even if it's 77, and develops a 3-point shot, that's a lot to hope for in a guy who's a first-round pick. Now, listen, is he a hustler? Yes, but you can get hustlers in the second round. You can get guys who, Deadmon from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Get guys like that in the second round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, man. I've always said this. I'm also concerned with him playing at that weight and playing at that weight for a long time. I don't think that he needs to drop 50 pounds. I think that's absolutely asinine, even ask for him.
I think you're bugging.
I think that no. I think if anything, he needs to play probably 260. Which if somehow he can do that, I don't know. But I don't know what his stamina is like.
If you don't know, it's going to be a problem because he's 6'7", right? Okay, so can he guard Kawhi Leonard? No.
Wow. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. But probably not.
I don't know what you're waiting for because Kawhi is going to go right by him. Can he guard Paul
He's
George?
got good lateral quickness for his size.
No, listen, dude. See, this is what people are mistaken. All right, this is what people are mistaken. I'm gonna give a football reference. Okay, Jerry Rice did not have a very good 40. He didn't have a very good 40 time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what did Walsh see in him? He saw that he could get he can run his route very quickly. So he can get from the 30-yard line to the 60-yard line fairly quickly, right? He would beat people there because he would run the route so well and he would have quickness. Okay, if you want to equate that to basketball, you would say Larry Bird. He can get from point A to point B very quick, but he's not a quick person. Mm-hmm. Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Not a quick person, but he can get from point A to point B. Okay? That's all well and good. But when DeMar DeRozan is out on the perimeter and he gets a first step on Zion, he's not catching up. And that's the point. Okay, these guys are too quick for him. So then you say, hey, he's too quick. These guys are too quick for him at small forward. So naturally, what would you do? Because of like what you said, his size, you can put him on a bigger guy because he can handle himself. The guy is ridiculously strong.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if you now go up to power forward, these guys is 6'10", 6'9", 6'11". Do you know what Porzingis would do to Zion? He would have no shot. He's got 7 inches on him.
Yeah, I hear that.
You get what I'm saying? So is Porzingis going to beat him off the step? Probably not. But can he shoot over him all damn day?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? What do you do when you face these teams? Remember, this is a first-round pick. This isn't the 29th pick of the first round. This is a lottery pick you're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Larry Johnson, that was a very, very skeptical pick. Now, it was a different time, like you said, but coming out of UNLV, first of all, Larry Johnson was probably 220, 225. Okay, and he could play D. That was the difference.
And Zion's a willing defender. Let's not forget about that. He's a very good defender.
He's a big-time hustler and a defender, but the problem is he's playing against what you said. He's a man-child. Mm-hmm. He's going to be playing against experienced men, okay? He's going to be – you think he could guard some of these guys? Do you know what Durant would do to him? You know what LeBron would do to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got no shot.
I hear you. I can see it going both ways, right? I can see it, he's going to struggle because, again, is he going to have the stamina to kind of keep, that kind of weight on him and then be able to kind of keep up with the competition in the league? And I'm going to say that I can see that, yes, he can. Now.
All right, let me ask you this. What big man has ever came into the league and with no jump shot, no free throw shot, and developed one? few and far between.
Okay, so
you're hoping a lot out of this guy, and then you tack on dropping weight. Okay, even if it is, I think you're bugging with the 265, but maybe not. Maybe you're not bugging. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you're saying he needs to get to what LeBron is right now. Maybe you're right, but he's got to drop 25 pounds by the season and become a better ball handler. If that's what you're using him for. I mean, it is a lot to ask of a guy. You know, if he was second round, by all means.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about the third pick in the draft, the second pick in the draft, the first pick in the draft? I don't know, man. I mean, but I'll say this, and then we could just briefly touch on Beckham. If they get the first pick in the draft, the Knicks, they got to pick him because it's the Big Apple.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely have to, man. And, I look at him, again, he's box office. He's absolutely box office. And, I'm going to hold off the judgment, but I think that
what if he's marketed well?
Yeah.
You're listening to the fans. The fans didn't want Porzingis. Remember that.
Yeah, I got it. But at the end of the day, what did Porzingis do in terms of turn that team around? So, listen, this is going to be another conversation for another day.
This is real quick. I'm going to answer your question right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you see what he does in Dallas, and that's going to answer your question. And it is because, and the answer is, when you get capable and actual professional good players around a 7'3" guy like Porzingis, double use. Okay. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. You're gonna see when he's around Tim Hardaway, he's around Luka Doncic. You're going to see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the exact player that you need in today's game. Tell me two legit players that they paired with Porzingis.
I mean, no, I'm not going to waste my time and try to answer that question. There wasn't.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony, no. Shout out Carmelo, out of the league still. I know that was your guy, so I just wanted to.
He's a Hall of Fame player, so I don't know how you can knock him. And he made the Knicks legitimate. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
No. Did they not
legitimate? What?
Dude. Legitimate team. They
Yeah.
were.
He was the one who forced Mike Woodson out. Remember? That was the last one.
Hold on. Wait, are you saying that Melo did not make the Knicks legit?
What I'm saying is that Melo did not do enough in his power to make them a more competitive team than they should have been. Their best team was with Jason Kidd, with Mike Woodson at coach, and with a few other guys. That was their best shot that they had. Okay.
All right. Do I agree with you that Melo needs a leader? Yeah, but can Melo be your number one? He proved he could. You need pieces around him, but he proved that. Dude, they won 55 games and won the Atlantic Division and should have went to the conference finals, where if they weren't going to face, now they did lose to Indiana, stacked Indiana. But that was a lot of J.R. Smith's fault, but because he was never the same after the elbow ejection. But point of the matter is, they won the Atlantic Division, and at 55 games, it was in first place for most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, Melo, the point is, let's say they would have beat Indiana, they would have not made the finals because they would have faced a team that comes along every 15 years, okay, that was stacked with Bosh, LeBron, who's one of the top 5 greatest players in the history of the game,
mm-hmm.
and Dwayne Wade, who is one of the top 20 players, in my opinion, in the history of the game. But that never happens. That's why it was such a big deal when it happened. If that juggernaut team was not there and they would have beat Indiana, dude, they would have been in the NBA Finals, and you would have been saying something completely different. So don't say that Melo. And remember, Stoudemire was injured for a lot of that year. They were like 21-4 or 5 when Stoudemire came back, which means that Melo carried that team by himself. Okay, yes, kid was a leader, but we're talking about a 38, 39-year-old kid, Jason Kidd. So let's get serious. Melo made that team legit, and Melo is how they were able to get Tyson Chandler, you know, and Stoudemire was the reason why they would get Melo.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, how the heck do we get onto this to Melo?
I don't know, man, yeah.
How the heck do we get on Melo? I thought it just
basically we were talking about, you know, with just surrounding players with players that.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, they didn't get along, but hey, look, they gave Porzingis, you know, 13 and 16 wins teams. You know what I'm saying? So, to close here before we go, just your opinion on the Beckham trade and what we should do with the 4th pick in the draft. 6th pick in the draft.
All right. So how about this? I'll summarize it in words because that's easy. Heartbroken.
Why?
You know what, man? I look at a guy who's had as much talent as he does. You don't get that every day. You look at the kind of quarterback that he's been playing with, and for him to still put up the numbers, and for him to not also play a full season and still to put up the numbers that he's had, I look at that and I say, man, you don't get those guys like that often. You know, and I'm sorry, I find it hard to believe that, you know, you guys are paying general managers and they're not willing to deal with guys that have personalities. Then what the hell are you getting paid for? So I look at Dave Gettleman and I say, you know what, dude, the ball's in your court now, because now you took a guy that, listen, do I like the way that Saquon plays the game better and handles himself off the field? Absolutely. But that's not how all guys are. You have to manage personalities. Think about it. Phil Jackson at his best was managing personalities. You have to be able to do that. So I look at it. I'm heartbroken. I look at it. I'm unsure of the direction that they're heading in. But on the flip side, I see what they're doing. And if they draft correctly, and I'm scared about how he's going to draft because all the rumors I'm hearing. I watched that Ohio State Pro Day with Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins is the guy that I want the 6th pick. Okay. I look at him. He played very well against elite defenses in college and made all the throws that he needs to make. Why wouldn't you want to have that guy on your team?
So 6th pick, you want Haskins, but you still have Eli on the roster.
I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. That's fine. We're going to still keep Eli on the roster. So, yes, I do want to have Haskins there. We've already picked up a guard to kind of shore up a little bit of the offensive line. I want them to pick the quarterback of the future. They can't keep kicking the can down the road and just say next guy, the next guy, the next guy. We can't do that anymore.
Why have Eli there then?
Because at the end of the day, they have to pay him. And look, they could have got rid of him already and saved money. I don't think that deadline came. I think that deadline came already. It's already came and gone. So they're feeling like, you know what, we're going to get this guy.
They're going with Eli another year. So I'm saying,
right. So we're going to get.
Why would you do that?
So listen, because there's infatuation because Eli Manning has won 2 Super Bowls that there's a proper way to let him go and all this stuff. I think when you look at how
it's business. They don't care about that. You know what I think?
No. I think this team has a little more respect and reverence for Eli than they do, say, other teams.
No, I think you're being naive.
I look at how Indianapolis Colts handled the Peyton Manning situation. And listen,
the Giants would have handled it the same. If an Andrew Luck was coming out right now and the Giants had 1st pick, Eli is gone. Period. That's it, because Luck is can't miss. I think the Giants think 2 things. I think they think that the can't miss quarterback is coming out next year, and they figure, hey, we can trade for a Josh Rosen, or don't do anything. I know I don't agree with it. Or don't.
What did he show you last year that you're willing to trade a pick for him?
I know. I know. Do you think the rumors are true that the Patriots, the Giants, and the Chargers offered a 2nd-round pick for him?
I do.
But you know what? The Giants have 2 2nd-round picks, so maybe that's not a big deal.
Yeah, but the point of the matter is, like, there's nothing.
Or do they have 2? I'm sorry. Or was it a 3rd?
It was. I think they have 2/3.
Okay, so yeah, it would be their 2nd round. But go ahead.
I don't understand what that kid showed you last week or last year to say that, listen, we're going to bring him in and we're going to see what he can do. And I'm just tired of them.
You agree?
I'm looking at this and I have a lot of self-interest in this because I'm not going to lie. I'd love to see a black quarterback Dwayne Haskins come in and take and be the face of the New York Football Giants. I think that would be amazing. And not only that, he's
what would that mean to
Jersey.
What would that mean to you?
It would mean a lot because you understand the stereotype that the black quarterback still has. And he even vocalized it. And he was like, I'm wanting to show teams that I'm a smart because I know the stereotype. He wanted to show teams that
he said that. He said that.
He is so conscious. He's so smart of himself. And we know it. We see it as well, too. You think about what they say about quarterbacks, mobile. There's a lot of racial coding in how they say it. When it's a white guy that's fast, sneakily athletic or deceptively fast.
You know who brought that up? Jeremy Lin.
Oh, absolutely.
He said, "Why am I deceptively fast?"
Yeah.
He said that. He's like, "Well, why? Because I'm Chinese. Why?"
Dude, I love Jeremy Lin because you know what? Kenyon Martin had called him out because he had braids, which to me, I want us to get off the fact that people who are wearing braids are culturally misappropriating stuff.
Kenyon Martin said that? What is wrong with it?
It's a hairstyle, okay?
So stupid.
Think about how stupid this was. You know what Jeremy Lin's rebuttal back to Kenyon Martin was? He's like, yeah, just like you have that Chinese character on your right arm as well, too. Shut down. No response back. Shots fired.
Ooh.
Done deal. Checkmate.
Did Kenyon have a comeback? That's pretty bad. He got
there's no comeback to that. It's a checkmate.
Destroyed.
That's a checkmate.
Yo, Jeremy Lin.
Oh, man.
He said, yo, the Chinese lettering on your arm, you don't even know what it even translates to.
But you want to talk about cultural misappropriation?
You don't even know what that translates. You don't even know. You think it's what the tattoo parlor told you it said. Let me tell you what it really says.
Yes.
Wow.
Shut down. So
hit him with that.
Round of applause for Mr. Jeremy Lin.
He hit him with, yo, you got Kung Fu movie, you got Bruce Lee movies. In your crib, are you trying to be my culture?
I know.
Nah, you just like an aspect of my culture.
Yeah.
And I like an aspect of hair styling.
Yes. So listen, man. I want Dwayne Haskins. I'm jealous. I'm gonna be straight up, and that's some of the reasons that I want him.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, I don't watch college football, so I don't pretend to watch it that much. Of course, I don't watch that much college basketball. I am well versed in several sports, but not those two. I do watch the tournament, but I don't know much about Haskins at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna like him.
Let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Is he because I did get the alert, but then again, nobody knows what's going on in the Giants organization. They've always been so tight knit. But let me ask you. It said that they're very high on Haskins. You're telling me that he's a pocket quarterback that also has legs?
No. He does not have legs. I don't care about having the legs. Look at the quarterbacks that succeed.
So wait a second. You're telling me he's a black guy who can't move?
Correct.
That's crazy? That's impossible. I don't believe.
Okay. He ran a 5-second 40. He ran a 5-second 40.
I'm just giving the stereotypical.
I know. But that's what I love about him. He's not looking to move, man. He's looking to move the pocket a little bit if he needs to and still make the throws. And that's the kind of quarterback you need in this league. It will always succeed that way. I'm sorry, Russell Wilson is the only mobile quarterback that's won anything.
Do you think Haskins is so smart that he can actually run a 4.6 40? But he's running slower to build up his value.
Self-sabotage.
That he's a pocket passer. He wants to build up.
Self-sabotage.
To go higher in the draft.
And get away
from the stereotype.
I love it. Oh man. I mean, listen, if it's possible. Anything is possible.
That's an agent conspiracy.
I love it. Listen, if that's the case. Wow. Again, a lot of round of applause today. A round of applause for that man if that's the case. But no, I don't think that's the case.
All right. So let me say my thing. I think you're bugging on the Beckham. Well, I don't say you're bugging. I understand. On the Beckham trade, dude, Swaggy E, we turned it into 4 players, though. We freed up $5 million and got Golden Tate, a gamer who's actually won something.
Who we gave $32 million to.
A Super Bowl. Yeah, but
$32 million guaranteed for a 31-year-old wide receiver?
Oh,
That's a lot of money.
So wide receiver? He's not a running back. But hold on. It's the entire contract is guaranteed?
No, but about a good, we'll say 70% of it is.
Okay, because I was going to say, I thought they gave him like 40, 45.
They gave him 45, but they gave him 32 guaranteed. That's a lot of money.
Okay, I didn't know that. How many years? 4?
I want to say 3. I want to say 4 years, but I think they can probably get out of it after the third year.
Dude, did you see what he did with Philly last year?
I saw that, but again, wide receivers don't get younger.
No, but he's 31.
But that's still those are years that they take a step back.
You're wrong. He's gonna be off the squad by the time he's 35. Dude, wide receivers, they what do you mean? First of all, it depends.
What wide receiver that's been balling after age of 33?
It's been several, and I'm not going to name the obvious, like Jerry Rice or Marvin Harrison or Randy Moss. I understand those are big time players, but my man over in Green Bay.
Never heard of him. Jordy? Nope, retired.
All right, okay, so he was younger than I thought.
Yeah, I think Jordy Nelson. I think maybe he's like 32, but again, he just retired, man. Like there's nobody you can find me.
Dude. Okay, listen. When you start talking, okay, would you say that he's very similar to, not as big, I understand, but an Anquan Bolden, right? Like he doesn't he's more of a big finesse. It's hard to,
I get you. Yeah, he's a possession receiver. I think he's a receiver, man. That I think he's gonna be great for 2 seasons. Yeah, but you're gonna probably want to have to let him go after that, man. I'm sorry.
Now listen, he's not. No. That's gonna be it. This is his last contract. Now I'm not saying he's Chris Carter. You know what I'm saying? Like these are anomalies that play a long time. But I'm just saying. But wrapping up. Who cares, dude? Even if he 3 out of the 4 years he's game time, that's it. You know what I'm saying? 31, 32, 33. That you're not worried. Listen, you're not worrying about it. You're not worrying about it. And I'm assuming the final year wouldn't be guaranteed. So you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You're fine there. Now, he's also a guy that's going to shut up and play. He also did a funny Jerry Maguire thing when he got signed. I
saw that, yeah. Because they showed him the money.
They showed him the money. That's fine. You had to pay for him. You had to replace Beckham. You had to get a number 1. Okay. Then you also turned it into the safety. Young, 23 years old, and the dude can ball.
Supposedly, yeah. Okay.
Dude can ball. Look at his last year. He's not a Pro Bowler, but he can ball. Okay. And he'll get better. He's 23, if I'm correct. Okay, and I believe I am correct.
Yeah, you are. You are.
All right. Then you got 2 draft picks out of it. So you turn it into 4 players. Listen, the rumors have been confirmed that Beckham saw the Antonio Brown contract. I mean, the Antonio Brown situation. How before he touched down in Oakland, they were already restructuring a contract for him so he could make more money. Beckham was already doing that because he was front loaded in New York and he got most of his money already. Before he touched down in Cleveland, he was trying to make more money. I think we made the better decision. Now, with the pick, the Giants, I believe, are going to roll with Eli because, they are. Because they figure we have so many holes to fill that we might as well roll him out for 1 more year and see what's what. And then we have next year to go after a free agent quarterback or draft one in the later rounds this year. This isn't, there's not a lot of people that are high on these quarterbacks that are coming out this year.
I agree. I'm not one of them either. But the point is, I think Dwayne Haskins is going to be the guy. He's going to be the one guy from this draft.
So let's say they pick him at 6. Eli already said he's not coaching nobody.
That's fine. We don't need him. We don't need him to coach him.
That's fine. He can sit. Do you think it makes sense to pass up on a very good defensive player, knowing that you're going with Eli this year? I just think it's bad asset allocation where we're paying Eli all this money and then drafting with the first pick the same position as him. I don't think that makes the Giants.
Can I say something? I will say this. What has the Giants done lately that have shown you that they made a lot of sense? You're going to let Landon Collins, one of your few Pro Bowlers in the team, you're going to let him walk for nothing when there was a lot of trade.
Did you see what money he got?
Yes. I got it. I know we were not going to match that. The point of the matter was they were trade offers for him last year. If you didn't think you were going to re-sign him, why didn't you try to get more draft picks if that's what you were thinking? They don't make sense. They're not making
What do you mean? There's no way that wait. Well, the Giants, by the way, your lighting is terrible now. I guess
I know it's getting late. We're doing a late show. What's happening?
My dude, we're about to get up, but my dude, you got to get the light bulb popping over there. You know what I'm saying? And he just stands up on the broadcast. All right, so
got you.
Check this out. Now, you already know that my boy Mike Francesa is very close to the Giants. Okay, been there for 25 years. Okay, now he said that the Giants have told him personally that the highest pick that they got for Collins was a 4th round pick. All right, so these rumors of a 1st round pick is insane. Even I knew that anyway. Even 2nd round pick is insane. Okay, and that was also before he exposed himself that he was not a good cover guy. He's an amazing tackler and he's a ball hawk, but he's not a very good cover guy. So you can't give that kind of money. But hey, he got that money. Good for him. But so that's that. We'll I guess we'll reconvene for episode 10. I guess. What do you say, before the NBA playoffs, or maybe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we'll do one pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll do my gosh, your lighting's so bad.
I know it is.
Yo, you don't have any lights by you? Come on,
not one that's gonna work right now.
That is hard. Listen, be prepared. Okay.
Okay, I'll get it set up for next week.
Like the Lion King song. Be prepared. All right. Air EnB signing off. Swaggy E.
Yes, sir.
Rowdy B.
All right.
Till next time. Peace.